To wrap up notes, the last 2 pages of your notes for your parallelogram. So again, it's stated a parallelogram. We know that diagonals and they bisect each other, and then we know that opposite sides are congruent because that's what makes them parallel, because both sets of opposite sides are parallel. And you can prove that because if you were to use distance formula or find the lengths of the sides, if it's on a coordinate plane, which we will do upcoming, that's what this is pretty much all about. So KP is 10.7. So this is 10.7. And because you know this is a parallelogram, then you should know that the diagonals bisect each other. So this and this have to be congruent, and this one have to be congruent. Now, should it be a rectangle or says rectangle, or should it be a square and lots of the other guys, then you'll know more about those diagonals. But just from the word parallelogram, you know that each portion is the same length. So PM in this case is also going to be 10.7. So pretty basic, just knowing that you know that the diagonals do bisect, and bisect means cut each other in half into perfect parts. So this one's congruent to this one. This guy's congruent to this guy. This appears to be a rhombus, but we don't have enough information. So all we're going to answer is if RY is 6, then what is YT? And this is also 6. And then that lets us know that RT is 12. 41. So GS is 17.2. I'm sorry, QS, the whole thing is 17.2. So if the whole thing is 17.2 and they want to know what GS is, so just this portion alone, then that means 17.2 divided by 2, because it is bisected, is going to give us 8.6. Nope, that's not right. 8 point, yeah, that is right, 8.6. All right, so then that knowing that the full segment is cut into 2 equal parts, and this could be algebraic along the way as well. So you're just going to have to solve those and remember which one's half, which one's full. So that will be the end of that. One is super basic of that way. And then I'm going to skip the other one because that's pretty self-explanatory. Side lengths. Because this side is parallel to this side and this side is parallel to this side, opposite sides are congruent. So because the other is 8.3, this is 8.3. So because this is 23.3, this is also 23.3. 16.8. Again, because the top of this page said these are parallelograms, that's the only reason that we know that these two are congruent. So this is 16.8. Pretty basic. Then it starts to get into algebraic, like I mentioned. So these are where you're going to see more EOC styled questions. So knowing that this is a parallelogram, you see parallelogram again, that means this side is congruent to this side and both are parallel. X plus 2 is equal to 14. So we're going to solve for X, because that's what the question asks us to do, is solve for X. So subtract 2 from both sides. X is going to equal 12. But we know that LM is 14, so KN is also 14. Though we don't know the numbers, we should also know that NM and KL are congruent as well, again, because it's a parallelogram. So then 48, X plus 13, because opposite sides are congruent because they are parallel to each other. So subtract 13, X is going to equal 0. Though that's going to throw up a red flag to you, it's fine because the distance on that side is still 13. So X can be negative. The distance itself just can't be negative. So if you find a number and you go to plug it in and it gives you negative, then you did something wrong. Looking at this one again, so we got 21 plus 2X. They're opposite each other, equals 21. So we're going to subtract 21 from both sides. This is going to be another one of those. Equals 0, divide by 2, X is equal to 0 again. And then again, same thing for this one, we're just going to set them equal to each other.